down here. Right. Right? 28. At 28, he's young enough to handle that, to survive that. You know, youth can do amazing things. And I believe he's 5 years younger than Inoue. Will that age difference show? Now, Inoue's not used up. He's not shop worn. He's not like an older guy who's been in a lot of rough fights. He's been in enough, but not that many. So will the age make a difference? I'm going to say that Nakatani, you could look at the negative, that last fight only 4 months ago was so brutal, he needs more time before the next fight. But I'm also going to say that he needed that kind of fight. He hasn't been in with the level of competition Inoue has been. He hasn't. And I'm going to say he needed that fight to answer questions to himself. Am I ready for them?
This is the one now. So look, if you can, tune in. Also, again, please make sure you check out a guy called Henry's YouTube channel. I am going for Inoue because he's fought the better opposition. He is the bigger. He's now moved up into that weight, and he's now that weight class. And I just think he's incredible. He's a whirlwind. There's a reason they call him the monster. He will go for the kill, but in going for the kill, he will leave himself exposed to get chinned. I wouldn't be surprised if both men go down here. But if both men go down, there's only one man that's coming up, and that's Inoue. It really is. I think he's just a special fighter. And I think Nakatani, although he wants this fight, he's almost have to chase this fight, and he's 1 or 2 fights not ready. I need to see him at super bantamweight, maybe 2 more fights, and then I think he'll be ready because he'll be a fully fledged super bantam. You will see it on the scales. He's just smaller. He's smaller than Inoue. I don't think he hits hard as Inoue. I don't think he's as fast as Inoue. Like whatever Inoue's got, Nakatani is just 1 rung below. Speed, Inoue. Power, Inoue. Experience, Inoue. Chin, maybe Nakatani. Will, close, but
you got a big fight in Japan this weekend also, right? Inoue, you faced him a couple times against Nakatani. Just how do you think that one goes?
You know, I've been against Inoue twice, you know? And I seen that fighter in person. I mean, I've been in the ring with him. He's fast, he's strong, confident. And I've also been against Nakatani. I've been against Nakatani before with Tito Acosta. I just think that Nakatani will put up a fight, but Inoue will stop him.
Inoue's been dropped by a few left hands. Donaire hurt him with a left hand.
But he gets up and he still wins. But I just think that Nakatani, I mean, he's not ready for Inoue yet. I just think that fight will end up in a knockout as well.
You know, Resendiz versus Lee, a good fight on the undercard, man. I don't know, how does that one play out?
It's gonna be a good fight. Every single.
The boxing fight between Junto Nakatani and Naoya Inoue has pulled in a huge crowd, but it is not just because of the media hype. Both fighters rank near the top of their weight class. And when they enter the ring, they know the risks are high. Fans have different guesses on who will win, but experts and casual viewers all agree on how the match will play out.
Notice that even though like Nakatani, he has a type of style where, you know, he's like, I don't know, it's like he's like a born arrow. You know what I mean? Like you give a person a born arrow, and he pull that thing back and it's released, and then, you know, they take off and run and try to hide behind something, you know, and pull that born arrow back and release. That's the style that, like, for me, Nakatani has. You know, he has that fencing type of style up front where he uses that the lead hand to control distance and range and to, you know, win that lead hand battle, to be able to set up that bow and arrow backhand that he got, where he can throw it straight, he can throw it underneath. He has various ways, man, in throwing that shot. I see him also do like an inside slip and a body shot off the right hand, where he was slipped inside of the right hand.
まあ勝ち方次第では全然1位の返り咲きというのも見えてくる試合ではあると思うので、まあ別にそこを見越して試合をするわけではないんですけど、まあ そういった試合なんだなっていうのも、まあ、自覚しながら過ごしていますけど、まあ、ただ1位になることを目標に5月2日を戦うわけではないので、そこは、まあ、結果次第ですね。
でも日本人対決ももう10年ぶりだと思うんですけど、
はい、
その辺はあんまりもうプールの中谷選手という存在というのが。
For his final prediction, Teddy Atlas agrees Nakatani has a solid chance, especially with his skills, but he still picks Inoue. He says Inoue is sharper, faster, and a bit more explosive when it matters most. But he does not expect an early knockout. Instead, he predicts several rounds, a lot of pride, and a tough battle from both fighters. This is a risky fight with big moments for each man. But overall, Atlas trusts Inoue's edge in speed and power to get the win.
Big favorite, even though it's greatly highly anticipated. He's at least 3-1 favorite, right? Not more.
He's 4.5 to 1 favorite
right.
currently, where Nakatani would get back plus 300.
I think Nakatani's a live dog. You have to like Inoue. It's hard to go against him. This fight will come down to geography. I talk about geography, you know, as though I'm a real estate broker. Location. To me, that's sometimes the most important physical element of a fight. You know, guys have to be mentally ready. They have to have a good intellect, a good fight plan. Obviously, all of their skills have to be highly toned, but geography. You know, who fights at the range, the distance, the location that better suits them for their talent. And Inoue wants to be close. Nakatani wants to be at a range, at a distance. And he's a southpaw. He wants to fight. He wants to make it hard for Inoue to make.
Adedola Depot gets straight to the point by calling this a true super fight between Inoue and Junto Nakatani. No hype, no marketing, just two undefeated fighters in their prime. He even ranks it above fights like Canelo versus Crawford because both men are still at their peak. But while giving Nakatani credit, he makes one thing clear. Inoue is the favorite for good reason. For his prediction, he picks Inoue, calling him a whirlwind who hunts for the finish. And
Nakatani got the answers from that last fight. Believe it or not, but I'm going to go and say that fight helps him. I mean, Inoue's the monster. And, you know, he's got the quicker hands, I think, in this fight. I think he's a little more explosive. Both guys have moved up several weight classes. I don't think they carry their power quite as much as they did at the lower weight classes. Inoue does have those moments where he's very explosive. So does Nakatani. It's going to be a hell of a fight. It's going to be a hell of a fight. I think it's going to go, I mean, it could go like that with the kind of explosive moments that this fight can bring on both sides. But I think it's going to go rounds. I think there's going to be a lot of pride involved. Japanese pride. It's going to be a lot more than just about the W. It's going to be...
And overpowers his opponents. He says both boxers might hit the floor, but if that happens, only one man gets back up and takes charge, and that is Inoue. His main point is that in every key area like speed, power, and experience, Inoue sits one level above. Timothy Bradley Jr. comes in honestly a little unsure when breaking down Inoue versus Nakatani. But he does make one thing clear. Nakatani has real skills that could cause problems for Inoue. He spends a lot of time on those offline punches, the kind that have hit Inoue before. He thinks Nakatani can land something similar, especially with that backhand. He also mentions Inoue's habit of crossing his feet when moving forward, saying that mistake could leave him open. His main idea is that if Nakatani gets the timing right and catches Inoue coming in, the fight can turn fast. When it comes to the actual pick, Bradley does not fully commit, which is interesting. He says both guys have a path to win. He leans toward a decision or maybe a late stoppage either way, but keeps changing his mind. The one thing he is sure about is that the fight will be violent, competitive, and high level. He also notes that Nakatani might not be fully used to the weight class yet, while Inoue already looks comfortable there. Like many boxing experts breaking down this fight, Joel Diaz has actually shared the ring with both men, so he is not guessing. He highlights Inoue's speed, power, and confidence right away, saying this is a fighter he has seen up close and knows how dangerous he really is. At the same time, he respects Nakatani, mentioning he is facing him too and knows he is tough. But even with that, Diaz leans clearly one way. He thinks Nakatani will fight hard and have his moments, but there is a gap in overall skill. Diaz brings up something not everyone ignores, which is that Inoue has been hurt before, especially by left hands. His point is that even when Inoue gets hit, he recovers fast and still find a way to win. So even if Nakatani lands a big shot, Diaz does not see it changing the final result. Diaz says outright that Nakatani is not ready for this level yet. He sees a fight ending by knockout, not going the full distance. That has been a common theme from many experts. Inoue's pressure, accuracy, and finishing power are simply too much. Malik Scott finds it hard to agree that Nakatani is a huge underdog, as the betting odds might say. So he cannot say the same when looking at their actual skills. In fact, he leans toward Nakatani and believes it would not be a shock if he won. The main point of his argument comes down to style. He points out how Nakatani's technical approach, his solid, stable fighting system, and his fast pace make him a very dangerous opponent for anyone. He also says Nakatani may have faced tougher competition recently, which makes his achievements even more impressive than most people realize. Max Kellerman talks about the upcoming fight between Inoue and Junto Nakatani. He thinks the fight is a bit underrated given how big it really is, but he also knows there is a good reason most boxing fans believe Inoue will win. That is because Inoue is the favorite and has been putting on better performances lately. When the talk turns to what comes next, Kellerman starts looking ahead and discussing Inoue's future if he wins. Names like Jesse Rodriguez and Rafael Espinoza come up, and none of that is very surprising. The truth is that if Inoue beats Nakatani, then all the other big fights left will be against top-level boxers who could truly threaten his title. That is how people see him now, not just as a champion, but as someone with huge potential. This is no ordinary match. It is fair to say, without any exaggeration, that this is a fight of the era for many reasons, starting with the fact that we have two top contenders in the boxing world. Both fighters are still undefeated. They are young and at the peak of their powers. They are very confident and strong. The time has come for them to meet and show who the real champion is. Looking at the opinions shared by different members of the boxing community, it is clear there is no single agreed view on this upcoming fight. Those who believe Inoue will win are certain that his speed and self-belief will seal the victory in just a few seconds. But those who expect Nakatani to come out on top are sure he will win because of his mental strength and confidence.